Inflation is a hot topic today, and you're likely feeling the results of it in your own home or business. Now, the government says inflation is around 8.5%, but the problem with that number is it considers everything all the same. And some things may not affect you while others may weigh heavily on you, and you're not just average. Therefore, you may be feeling a lot more pressure than just 8.5%, or you may be feeling less. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can calculate your own personal inflation rate, give you a free tool for you to use, and a couple of tips on how you can overcome the effects of inflation in your house. This is Kevin Winke, and the goal for my videos is to provide you with new perspectives. Make the unknown known so you can form smart financial decisions while fulfilling your values in life and live it with purpose and meaning. I hope this video and my channel inspires a clear path on how you can achieve the financial success you are seeking. Okay, for years, financial planners, when they're preparing a financial plan for their clients, they've assumed the 3, maybe a 4% inflation rate. Now, the economic environment we are in today, if it continues, could completely destroy your plan, as inflation is one of the quotes, what I call barbarians, that will steal your wealth by eroding its value without a care in the world of what you think. Now, the government is saying again that the inflation is 8.5%. But you can see from this chart, the inflation rate for different categories is significantly different. Gas, for example, is 48% higher than it was a year ago, while medical care services are only up 2.9%. So, what is your personal inflation rate? Well, it depends on what you spend your money on. So what I've done to help you determine your personal inflation rate is made an easy-to-use worksheet that you can download below this video right now for free. Let me show you quick with a demo how this works. Okay, so here's the spreadsheet you can download at my website, kevinwinke.com, right now that will calculate your personal inflation rate. And here's how it works. What you want to do is you look at your budget for any month, either last year or this year. I've listed May, but of course you can use any month or even use your whole year's expenses if you want. The sheet will work all the same, just stay consistent, okay? So once you figure out the month or the year, find the budget item that corresponds with your spending. For example, we're going to look at gasoline right here because it's a hot topic right now. So let's assume the amount you spent this year is $200. So you just click on it, put $200. But last year you only spent $100. Now, if this was your only item, you can see that your inflation rate is actually 100%. But of course it isn't. Now, that might be what it feels like, of course, with gasoline the way it is, but it isn't. So let's take a look at another item. So let's look at your mortgage, for example. Let's say last year you spent $3,000 in May, and this year you spend $3,000 as well. Now you can see that this causes your overall inflation rate with just these two items to drop to 3.2%. Now, if you are renting, though, you might see that this is going to even be a little different. So we'll take away the $3,000 on mortgage, and let's assume that last year you spent $3,000 on rent, but this year your landlord increased it to $3,500. Now you can see that your overall inflation rate is 19.4%. That's crazy, I know. But what you want to do is just go through this entire sheet to fill it out based on your numbers, and that's going to give you your personal inflation rate for your household. Now, that was pretty simple, right? Again, you can download that sheet for free below right now. Now, knowing your personal inflation rate is important. However, once you know it, which is probably just as important for you to know, is how can you overcome the effects of inflation so it isn't such a burden? Now, there are the obvious actions you can look at, like spend less, but that could be disruptive to your lifestyle, which you probably don't want to do. So look for ways that aren't disruptive. Like me, for example, I ride my bike to work more often. But then again, my office is only 1.5 miles away from my house, so it isn't a lot, but you know what? A little here and a little there can make big things happen, right? Another way you can offset the effects of inflation is consider expenses and costs that don't provide you with any real value. The fact of the matter is that this is a great time to do an audit and find out where your money is going out your door. When I work with people directly, I see a lot of people subscribing to I don't know, 20 plus subscription channels like Netflix. If you aren't watching all 22 of these TV subscriptions that you subscribe to at once, go ahead and cancel a few of them. The ones you keep, watch them. I mean, binge watch them. Watch everything you want until there isn't anything left for you to watch anymore. When there isn't anything left, cancel those ones and go back to the ones you had canceled. Trust me, the ones that you did cancel, they'll be happy to take you back. Actually, they'll be begging you to come back. Then repeat that binge watching process again and again until exhausted too. If you're watching that much TV though, that you need to keep all of those channels, then just go out and get another job or start a side business with your time. Which leads me to the last thing I'm going to talk about in this video, which you can do. And now this is something that doesn't take a lot of time, but can make a huge impact on your finances and wealth building ability today, and even in the future when inflation gets back under control. What you do is you look for fine ways to extract more value out of the strategies you're using to build wealth. Now, you might be wondering, what do I mean by that? Okay, in my 7 tenets of smart financial decision making, the 7th is leverage. Now, I don't mean the leverage to take on more risk and be reckless. No, I mean leverage that allows you to get more done with less. You probably know this already, but the world is run and wealth is built on leverage. For example, the social media platform you're watching this video on right now is leveraging their technology and your eyeballs to sell advertising to you. The government is leveraging your income to generate their income taxes. And the financial industry is leveraging your money to make money for themselves. The question is, how can you leverage your income and your assets to do more without any additional risk? In my wealth performance and protection system, we make a game out of personal finance and look for ways to do just that. Make smart financial decisions that will help you fulfill your values and look for ways to leverage. Now you can check out the wealth performance and protection system below, down by where you can download the free personal inflation rate worksheet too. Doesn't that sound good? All right. Now, if you thought this video was good, go ahead and click like. It'll let the platform know it's valuable. Even better, if you know someone who would appreciate what I've said here, go ahead and share it with them directly. They'll appreciate that. All right, so that's it for now. This is Kevin Winke signing off. But remember, your future is determined by the decisions you make today. So I'll see you next time.